Hi everyone. In this video we are going to learn a topic in reasoning, that is counting figures. Okay, so today we are going to learn counting number of triangles in a given figure. The question will be asked like this: they will give you a figure and they will ask you to find the number of triangles present in that figure. So coming to that, type 1. So they will give you a triangle like this and a line. Now we have to find how many triangles are there in this figure. Now this is a easy model. See here, we have one triangle here, another triangle here, and the third one is the bigger triangle. So totally in this case we can say that there are three triangles. But when the number of lines increases like this, okay, we find very difficult to find the number of triangles, because in this case you see we have one triangle here, one triangle here, another triangle here, and then these two will combinedly form another triangle, and these two will combinedly form another triangle, and then we have one more bigger triangle is there. So totally in this figure we have how many triangles? 6 triangles. Now you see the third figure. You see I am going to increase the number of lines. See 1, 2, 3. Now in this case you see the difficulty level being what? Going on what? Increasing. So these type of problems can be solved by using a simple trick, children. See here. Now we see the first figure. This is the first figure, isn't it? In this we have to find the number of what? Triangles. This is counted by using what? Number of base concept. Okay, first we are going to write how many bases are there in this triangle. You see this is considered as one base and this is considered as what? Another base. So this triangle consists of two bases, and the number of triangles is going to be, you add these two numbers, I get 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Therefore in this figure there are 3 triangles. Same like that here you see in the next case you see we have 2 lines here. Okay, now you number the bases. See 1, 2 and 3. Now in this case how many triangles are there? We add the numbers given in the bases. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that gives you what? 6. Therefore this figure contains 6 triangles. Now you see the next one. You see we are having taken another triangle. Okay, 1, 2, 3 lines are there. Now you see how many bases are there. You put numbers for the bases. For each base we assign one number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you add all these numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That gives you 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 1 10. So this figure consists of 10 triangles. So like this easily we can find the number of triangles given in these type of figures. Now to make the problem difficult, what they will do means they will give you a triangle like this with 4 lines inside. That means the triangle is divided into 5 parts. And now here they will give one line, and here also they give one line. So these type of problems should be done very carefully. So for the bigger triangle, first we count the number of bases. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore number of triangle formed in the bigger triangle is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 5 15. Now come to this part. Here we have one triangle. This is divided by this line. So for this again you give bases starting from the number what? 1 and 2. Don't start with what? After 5 6 7. Don't start like that. Again you give freshly the numbers 1 and 2. Now in this one how many triangles are going to be? 1 plus 2 equal to 3 triangles. Now again you come to this part. Here how many bases are there? Here 1, 2 and 3 bases are there. So in this area how many triangles you are going to have? 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. Now you add all these numbers. We get 15 plus 6 21, 21 plus 3 24. Therefore, in this figure we are going to have 24 triangles. So this is how we calculate the number of triangles which is given in this model. This is type 1. Now we move to the next type. Now this is type 2. Now you see here in this figure we have one big triangle, and in each triangle inside we have small triangles like this. So when this type of figure comes, how to count the number of triangles? So this is solved by using what numbers? Triangular numbers. Okay, so now what are triangular numbers? Let us see. First you take what? 1. With 1 you add 2. Okay, we get 3. Now with 3 you add again 3. We get how much? 6. Now you add 4. We get 10. Now you add 5. We get what? 15. So like this we can form what? Numbers. This type of number sequence is called as what? Triangular numbers. Now here what you have to do? Add 6 with 15, we get 21. And with 7 with 21 we get 28. So first you write the triangular number series like this. And again one more time you write the triangular number series by leaving one number in this end. Now next time you write like this: 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. Like this you write 2 rows of triangular numbers. Okay, now you see we take this figure. So in this figure you count the number of bases here. What is the number of bases here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the number of bases here is what? 4. So now you take first 4 numbers of this triangular numbers. This 4 you have to take. Now in the top row what are the numbers I have? 1, 3, 6, 10. Add all these numbers. That gives you how much? 20. And in down row what you have to do? We have to take number 6 and then number 1. That means we have to take numbers alternatively. First we take number 6, next number we leave, and then we take what? 1. So in the down series we take only 2 numbers, that is 6 plus 1. That gives you 7. Now when we add 20 and 7, we have total as what? 27. So in this figure we have how many triangles? 27 triangles. Now let us go for the next figure. So the next figure you see, again you write the number series: 1, 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, and then 15, 21. And here again you write 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. Now you count the number of bases here: 1, 2 and 3. So we have to take only 3 numbers in the top row and you put a box like this. Now the top row has 3 numbers. What are they? 1, 3, 6. We find the sum of the 3 numbers, that is equals to 10. Now in the down row we take the first number and we don't take the second number. And after that we don't have any numbers here. Therefore in the down row I have only number called what? 3. So that we take here. Now 10 plus 3 gives what? 13. So in this figure there are 13 triangles are there. And this is very easy. No need of number sequence. We can add directly here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and the bigger triangle 5. Okay. So this is how we count the number of triangles when these type of figures comes in exam. Now we go for type 3. Type 3 is what? Star problem. See, we can draw star by 2 methods. One, here you see, the star is drawn by using what? 2 triangles. The second star is what? Continuous star. We don't take hand. Without taking hand, we draw the star. So these are the 2 types of star we have. Now in this star, how many triangles are there? That we have to count. Okay. Now you see in the first star, there is no technique here. Directly only we have to add here. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small triangles are there. And then we have a big triangle. Number 1. And then we have another triangle here. So big triangle, how many are there? 2 are there. So totally in this figure we have 8 triangles. Okay. Now coming to the second figure you see here in this figure. So we have small triangles. First we count. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles are there. Small triangles, how many are there? 5 triangles are there. Now you see these point of intersections you take. A, this is point B, and this is point C, this is point D, and this is point E. Now you see here, at each point one triangle is formed here. You see at point A, we have a triangle like this. At point B, we have one more triangle like this. At point C, we have one triangle. At point D, we have one triangle. And at point E, we have another triangle. So at each point A, B, C, D, E, we have one triangles. So that like that, how many triangles are there now? 5 triangles. Now totally 5 plus 5 equals to 10. Therefore in this figure we have 10 triangles. So this can be memorized directly. If the triangle is star is formed by 2 triangles, then the total number of triangles will be 8. If the star is drawn continuously without taking hand, then the total number of triangles will be 10. So this can be memorized easily, or you can follow the technique that I used for counting the number of triangles. Move to type 4. Now you see we have a square. Okay, and the square is divided in by what? Diagonal. Now in this figure, how many triangles are there? We have to count it. We have a simple technique for what? Counting the number of triangles in this type of figures. Okay, now you see here. You give the numbers for all the small triangles. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this, which is the biggest number, that is the maximum number, is what? 4. Multiply 4 by 2. Okay, that gives you 8. Therefore in this figure there are how many triangles are there? 8 triangles are there. Now let us see what are the triangles. Here this is triangle 1, this is triangle 2, this is triangle 3, and this is triangle 4. Now on this diagonal we have 2 triangles, one here and another here. So 4 plus 2 comes what? 6. Now on this diagonal you see we have one triangle here and another triangle here. So totally how many are there? 8 triangles are there. But there is no need to count every triangles. Okay, so you can use this technique. Just you give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the maximum number that you take, and multiply that by 2. We get the answer for a number of triangles. Now we see one more problem here. You see, again we have a triangle square. Okay, and these two are what? Diagonals. And we have one more line here. Okay, now in this case, how many triangles are there? That we have to find. As usual, what you have to do? Give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So which is the biggest number here? The biggest number here what? 6. Multiply it by 2. Now I get 6 2s are how much? 12. So this figure contains how many triangles? 12 triangles. Okay. Now we go for one more example here. You see, we have a triangle, diagonal 1, diagonal 2, and one more line, vertical line, and here a horizontal line. Now in this figure, how many triangles are there? That we have to find. As usual, give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the maximum number? The maximum number is what? 8. Multiply it with what? 2. That gives you how much children? 16. So therefore, the number of triangles found in this figure is 16. Now we see another one more model here. See, here I have a square like this. Okay. Diagonals are what? Join. one vertical line and another horizontal line. And now one more square is given inside like this. Okay, now we have to find the number of triangles in this figure. Now for outer square we give numbers here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the highest number? 8 is the highest number. So in the outer square there will be 8 into 2. How many triangles are going to be? 16 triangles. Now in the inner figure now we give number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For inner square also the highest number is what? 8, and when multiply by 2 we get what? 16. Now 16 plus 16 gives you how much? 32. So this figure is having 32 triangles in all. So this is the model number what? 4. When we have figures like this, you use this technique to find the number of triangles. Now we move on to type 5 children. Now you see, as usual, this one already we see a square with 2 diagonals. So in this, how many triangles are there? How do you find? We give numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and we take the biggest number, that is 4, and multiply the number with the 2. That we are going to get how many triangles? 8 triangles. So in this figure, this particular square with the 2 diagonals has 8 triangles. Okay. Now based on this, we are going to solve the another problems. What are those problems? Means it will be like this. See here, we have a square with 2 diagonals, and adjacent to it we are going to have one more square with what? Diagonals. Now in this figure, how many triangles are there? That we are going to count now. Now already according to the basic figure, this square is going to have 8 triangles, and in this square also we are having what? 8 triangles. Now you see at this juncture, that is the joint, okay, we can see 2 more triangles are there. What is that? Triangle number 1 and triangle number 2. So at every joint we are going to have how many triangles, children? 2 triangles. Therefore the total number of triangles in this figure is 8 plus 8 plus 2. That is 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 2, 18. So this figure has how many triangles? 18 triangles. Now you see one more example. See here I have a square with 2 diagonals. Adjacent to it another square with 2 diagonals, and again adjacent to it one square and 2 diagonals. Now we have to find the total number of triangles in this. We use these two techniques. These 2 techniques we use. For the square, how many triangles are going to be? 8. For the square we are going to have 8. And again for this square we are going to have what? 8. And at this joint we are going to have 2 triangles. And at this joint we are going to have 2 triangles. So totally how many triangles are there in this figure? What is that? Tell me. 8 plus 8 plus 8, and then 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2. Okay, 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24. 24 plus 4 gives you 28. Therefore in this figure we are going to have 28 triangles. Now you see the next figure. You see we have 2 squares with diagonals joined to what? Each other. Okay, but the third square is what? Here, children. Okay, now in this case how many triangles we are going to have? That we have to find. So as usual, for this box 8 triangle, for this box 8 triangle, and this box 8 triangle. Totally how many are there is going to be? Here we are going to have 24 triangles. Now at this juncture we are going to have 1 triangle, and in this juncture we are going to have what? 2 triangles. Sorry, at this juncture we are going to have 2 triangles, and at this juncture we are going to have 2 triangles. Totally 2 plus 2 equals to how much? 4. Okay, now apart from this you take this point and this point is here. We are going to have one big triangle here. Understand? So here we are going to have one more additional triangle. Now overall total how much? 24 plus 4, 28, 28 plus 1, 29. So this figure has how many triangles? 29 triangles. Okay, and one more example in this, the last example of in this model. See here, we are going to have a square with two diagonals, adjacent to it another square with two diagonals, and adjacent to it another square with two diagonals, and the fourth square is here. Okay, now in this figure how many triangles are there? Let us count. Here we are going to have for this box 8, here for this box 8, and again for this box 8, and again for this box 8. Totally 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, that is 8 into 4. How many triangles? 32. Now at this juncture 2, at this juncture 2, and at this juncture 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2. How much? 6. Now apart from this, 3 more additional triangles are what to form. So first triangle you see one here. From this point, and this point, you have one triangle. Okay, same like that. This point, and this point, we have one more triangle. And one more triangle will be starting from this point, you see. One more triangle. So additionally we have how many triangles? 3 triangles. Once again you see, from this point, this point will form one triangle. Okay, and taking these 3 points, we have one triangle. And taking these 3 points, we are going to have one big triangle. So additionally we are having 3 more triangles. So totally how many triangles are there in this figure? 32 plus 6, 38, 38 plus 3, 41 triangles. So this figure is going to have 41 triangles. Okay. So for type number 6, in this the basic figure is this one. We have a triangle, and inside we have one more triangle. So in this how many types or number of triangles are there? We already know. How many are there? This can be counted easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bigger triangle 1. 5 triangles. Okay, now you see. Now I have a triangle. Inside that I have one more triangle, and inside again I am going to have what? One triangle. Now you see, this one is what of the same model. So it has how many triangles? 5 triangles. Now apart from that, inside what you are going to have? We are going to have 4 more triangles. So in this case, how to find number of triangles? For the basic figure, there are number of triangles is what? 5, and inside how many triangles are formed? 4 triangles are formed. So that gives you 5 plus 4 equal to 9. Okay, and again you see, if you have given one more triangle inside the second triangle, this is first triangle, this is what beta second triangle, and this is what third triangle. Suppose if they give one more triangle inside, what you are going to do? Outside triangle 5, for the second triangle it is what? 4, and the last triangle again we have to add what? 4. That means you have to keep on adding 4 whenever a new triangle is drawn inside it. Okay, now you see the next model you see here. So here I have a triangle. Okay, it is divided into by another triangle inside. Now already it has how many triangles? 5 triangles. Now from each vertex I draw a line like this. Now how many triangles are formed newly? You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in this case total number of triangles will be 5 plus 6 equals to 11. Now if you draw a triangle inside like this, now how many new triangles are formed here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So with this again I have to add what? 4. That I give you 15 triangle. Now again these vertices are joined. Now how many triangles are going to be formed here? 6 triangles are going to be formed. So again here we have to add what? 6. So in this case we get 21 triangle. And again if we are drawing inside a small triangle, again we have to add what? 4 to this. Again we are going to get to how many triangles? 25 triangles. So like this we can count the number of triangles in this type of figures. Okay children, so these are the different types of model that will be asked in what? Examination in the part of counting number of triangles. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.